Okay, and last video on simultaneous equations here. Okay, so we have looked at it algebraically, where we're just given two equations. Last topic, when we were looking at straight line, we looked at how the solution of where two lines intersect is the solution of using simultaneous equations, so that x and y are just x and y coordinates of where two lines would intersect. Okay, now the last way that we can use simultaneous equations is to solve maybe some worded problems or some problems that you could maybe apply an equation to. Okay, so I've just set up a fairly basic example here. I bought 3 cans of Iron Brew and 2 burgers for £14. My wife paid £20 for 7 cans of Iron Brew and 2 burgers. Set up an equation to represent this. Find the cost of 1 can and 1 burger. Okay, so set up an equation to represent this. Maybe I should have said set up a pair of equations to represent this, okay, because we're going to have two different scenarios. So I've got 3 cans of Iron Brew and 2 burgers for £14. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just at the side at the start, is I'm going to say let x equal cost of a can. And y equal cost of a burger. Okay, so I'm just stating that explicitly at the start so I can set an equation up. Okay, so if I set those equations up, I have 3 cans, so I have 3x, 2 burgers, which I've said is y, so 3x plus 2y, and that's all going to equal 14. Okay, I then have 7 cans, so 7x, add again 2y is going to equal 20. Okay, and that's me set up a pair of equations to represent that. Okay. Now part B is then asking us to find the cost of 1 can and 1 burger. So to do that, all we need to do is find the value of x and find the value of y. So we have two equations, 1 and 2. Okay, and we have that desired condition of the variables having the same coefficient. Okay. Now if I do 1 take away 2, I'm going to end up with negatives involved. So what I'm going to do is to subtract 1. Okay, and that's going to allow me to keep it positive. So 7x take away 3x is 4x. 2y take away 2y, eliminated. And 20 take away 14 is 6. So we have x is equal to 6 over 4, okay, which is equal to 3 over 2. Okay, but now in terms of money, that is going to be £1.50. Okay, 3 over 2 as a mixed fraction would be 1 and 1/2. Okay. Now you could sub either of these values in, but I'm going to just keep it with money. So I'm going to sub £1.50 into 1. Okay, so that's equation 1 up there again. So it's going to be 3 times £1.50 add 2y is equal to 14. Okay, so this is going to give me £4.50 plus 2y is equal to 14. 2y is equal to £9.50 Okay, and if we divide £9.50 by 2, that's going to give us £4.75. Okay, now you could go to the side and do that division if you needed to. Alright, but that's us got the price of 1 can and 1 burger separately. So to find the cost of it together, we would add those two together. So okay, so add your 50 pence on, that's going to give us £5.25. Add your 1, £6.25. Okay, and we need to remember, if it's money, we need our 2 decimal places after the point, we need our pound sign, etc. Okay, so this is a nice wee way that simultaneous equations can be used to involve things that we can maybe model a wee bit using algebra.